Hello everyone, this is Michael from FameForecast, and today I'll be giving a tutorial and site overview on how to navigate through the platform. Basically just trying to get everyone familiar with the actual product and how it all works in preparation for the launch next month. So I will jump in and share my screen and start showing the functionality. So in effect, this will be your first page that you see with a little animation of one of the FameCard examples, and then you're straight onto the home page. So effectively, we just have a lot of just text and details about the different features and why you would want to join. So obviously, our key concept is to predict creator growth, which is a free feature, and you can earn points and badges with that. However, if you want to take that experience to the next level to get your Fame card and to compete for the actual monthly competitions, that's where you do need to purchase Fame passes to get the card and enter the competition. So as we scroll down, there's just a bit more detail here. The search boxes for specific platforms here, and down the bottom, just our terms, FAQ, privacy statement, and social link. So you'll notice on this corner here, we do have a little chatbot that is effectively a live discussion with our agents. So basically any questions you got, happy to on the fly answer them. If you do have any queries before registering or before actually navigating and making purchases. So effectively, that's just the core layout for the homepage. And what we'll do is just show quite simply how you can register for the platform. So pretty much just can click that button or sign up at the top. Goes to this very simple page where you can either register with Google or just entering your email address. And effectively, what will happen is once you put that detail in, you'll get an email and give you details on how to complete your profile, such as selecting your username, display name, and setting your password. So I'll go ahead and just actually do a demonstration there and just put my email in there, and I'll walk through the actual completion process. So that will be notifying of the success there. So I'll now jump in and pull up that email. So give me one moment. Okay, here we go. Beautiful. So there we go. Here's a verify link, but also, a bit more detail here just in terms of the expiration of the link as well. So once we've done that, we'll jump in and verify email. So let's quickly just hop in there. That's going to take me to Edge, it looks like, which is okay. So basically, here it is. So here's where you just complete your actual detail there. So might as well just do a thing there that just defaults to username, and here you can select time zone if you want, or it's not really necessary, but we'll just leave that for now and then go save profile. Cool. And then we're saved and we're logged in as well. So I'll probably go back to the Chrome version just quickly, and I'll log in with those details that we just established. And there we go. So logged in successfully. So this is the core part. This is where you need to actually go through and start the actual features from this level, including your searching features, including looking at your dashboard, which includes all your personalization and prediction and Fame card collection details too. But as you can see, the homepage is still pretty basic. When you're logged in, everything is through the actual searching features. So we'll start straight away, just searching for a random name here, and you'll see at the moment it's searching through all three platforms at once. If you do know your specific platform where your creator or artist is, by all means, you can search specifically. So we'll just let this load here. And cool. So this is the search page, which has various details here. So effectively notes that we're using the various APIs to search for this data. And here you can see all the relevant search results with the actionable items here. So simple add to favorites is option, which just will then flow through to your dashboard, which allows you to to keep track of your favorite artists and creators, but also you get to jump in and see a link to their actual Spotify, Twitch, or YouTube channel too. Here's the paid features here. So here's where you can buy a token, which effectively gives you a 12-month subscription to making paid predictions each month for free. So you don't actually have to purchase a Fame Pass ticket. Instead, you actually get to look at those details and make those predictions on the go each month after just paying a one-off fee. So that fee will obviously be an incentive to continually back in that one creator or artist and just not needing to re-buy Fame passes all the time. So that's the incentive. So here we are, basically about to place our prediction. So what will happen then is we navigate to our prediction confirmation screen, right? So this is where all the key data is. So effectively on the left here is our competition type, whether we are doing a paid prediction or a free prediction. So free prediction, you can absolutely just click that and then go ahead and confirm your free prediction, and you'll be away from there. This is the details on the side here. So the creator platform, the tier, the current fans, i.e. the current follow account or subscribe account, when the competition ends. So every competition runs for a month. So effectively, this one will end in sort of 12 days. And part of the issue is, why would you want to predict, say, halfway through the month compared to someone who predicts at the beginning of the month, right? They have more days to allow for that creator growth. Now, the way we've mitigated that is, as you can see down the bottom here, we have a boost in place that effectively will boost your ending growth metrics. So because we're predicting here between the 11th and the 20th day of the month, the ending growth will be multiplied by 1.5 times. So you get a boost on your growth based on the time you predict. So if you predict between the first day and the 10th day of the month, no boost. The 11th and 20th, 1.5, and then the last 10 days of the month, you get a 2 times boost. So that incentivizes people to still place their predictions throughout the month. So that's the key data here. As you can see, we have no passes available. And as a result, we need to get more if we're wanting to do our paid predictions. So as you can see here, there's a little button here to get more Fame passes. And this is that screen where this is all a work in progress at the moment. And these prices are showing in AUD at the moment, but are effectively the USD prices. These are just all completely subject to change. Like, these are just placeholder numbers at the moment. And once we get a sense of the market for the Fame cards and prediction competition, we will adjust these accordingly. Bear in mind that the competitions and the prize pool will be dependent on the sales and the platform purchases for Fame Pass tickets. So in effect, as more and more users place their predictions, the prize pool gets driven up, and that data will all be dynamically displayed on the competition page when we are live. So that's sort of the, I guess, incentive to, bump up that prize pool through making your predictions, where you do get a share of that as your prize. So that's going to be the major mechanism for determining the prize payout. Now, all we do here is select our package. Let's just go for one of the larger packages here, click confirm, and then we are using our Square payment gateway. So effectively, we have a test card here that we're able to enter in to simulate a transaction. So in effect here, we'll just plug all those details in there. So bear with me, I'll just plug those in. Sorry. Yep, that's all good actually. So if I just plug those all in, and then it asks for a zip code, which can be random. This is the convention for US, I believe, but not Australia. And then in effect, you can click that payable card button. So this will effectively top up your Fame Pass balance, and it'll show you the success there. And then you have your 50 Fame Passes. So that's effectively how you get currency on the platform to place predictions and to generate your cards. So if we go back to our search navigation and just search for Michael again will actually see that window will be changed, and we actually do have sufficient currency to make that prediction. So I'll jump in there, and once that loads, yeah, so as I said, there is like a slight little load time, obviously, with this global search, just given we're searching 3 different platforms at once. So like I said, if you do know who your artist is or where they are, then you're absolutely willing to just search the platform specifically. So we go back here, predict, we'll go back to that same screen we saw. Now, obviously, we do have FamePass available here. So we're able to place our pay prediction. So it's literally just pay prediction, and then we put our confirmation in here. And then what will happen after we click this is the Fame card will generate. Okay, so if we click this button here, we'll see the window pop up to generate your card. So in real time, our card gets rendered, as you can see here, and a bit of just an animation there to show that card that the user has generated. So as you can see here, prediction placed successfully. This is the card, which I'll show your dashboard where you see the card collection, and then the details of the prediction there, how many days remaining, and the end date. So effectively, once you've done your prediction, you've got your card. So this is the part where you can monitor your prediction via dashboard, and you can view your competition standings. So see how you're doing compared to the other users that are making their predictions. And I'll just quickly see here. So this is just a bit more detail in this little drop down, just a little video and story about how we came up with the idea, which we do have a video on the channel that explains that already. And this is just a little page with some extra resources. So if you want to look at like trends and stats for current up and coming YouTube, Spotify, and Twitch creators and artists, then absolutely can check there and try and find a way to I guess see who's going to be that next up and coming artist. So effectively that's a bit more detail there, but the primary items here are going to be in your dashboard in order to track your prediction. So before I do that, I'll just quickly show you the Fame store again, which we're going to just have that card to show what we're effectively trying to obtain via the predictions, and a bit of flavor here in terms of what the goals are and competitions and the fame passes and the fame cards you generate. But this is the the area where we have your fame pass balance, and then a link back to that same page to buy fame passes. And this is your creator token that I was mentioning before, which allows you to get 1 free prediction per month. And you get their fame card as well, and no need to continually top up your fame passes. So you basically can just set and forget, and go back in every month and place that prediction if you're really content on backing in that same creator each month. So there's that. There's also this premium experience ID here where we're just going to have a small fee to disable ads on the platform. So as you can see now, the ads aren't showing on every page. We just sort of tested at the moment. Obviously, you saw them on the home page before. Okay, so that's the Fame store, which, you go and predict. You're going to have a navigation to this page anyway if you don't have the Fame passes. But if you want to go direct, you can obviously go through the Fame store route there. So cool. So now this is the key part where you can track your personal dashboard, okay, and what's effectively happening for your prediction. So here shows your Fame Pass balance and a link to buy more. Here's got your competition standing. So in effect here, this will show all your current predictions for the month. And as you can see, this is the one we did make earlier. It shows you the rank currently on the global competition, which we'll get to in a sec. And in effect, you can also expand and view more detailed predictions stats here. So just got a bit more flavor, shows how many competitors, the active or inactiveness of the prediction, initial and current followers. So just bear in mind, so the way it works, Spotify's API resets the follower account or updates the follower account every day. So that's a daily thing. That's just how they present the data. And YouTube and Twitch, I believe, are a bit more, a bit more regular. So effectively, our platform will update it as soon as the data is available. That's kind of how it works. So you have the sort of up-to-date numbers there. Okay, so that's your competition standings and detailed prediction stats that you can see in this link here. And so here's your fame card collection. So we're gonna make this this feature a bit better in the future. Make it a bit more pleasing on the eye. So, but currently it's just got your collection here, and we're gonna ideally make it so we can like interact with it a bit more and just bits and pieces as well. But at the moment, this is just a way that you can view your fame card, which is pretty neat. So just to stop there, like the idea is you collect a bunch of fame cards by making your predictions, and what will happen then is, give it some months, year or two, those creators and artists you back then, if you see that potential that they're gonna have that breakout, right, and that they're gonna be really successful in the future, you get their fame card early, and then the idea is in the future we're gonna have all these fame cards in circulation, and we're gonna build in a trading mechanism so that users can buy, sell, trade fame cards, especially ones that were generated in the sort of months and years before. So just as an example as well, right? Like I'll quickly go back. So this is going to be fixed in time pretty much. So this was the follow account when we predicted them on this date. Okay, we will have features that I'm going to create that can potentially change like the skin of the card a bit, but the core data of the what the platform is, the tier, and the follower numbers are going to be fixed and static. This is a representation that you were there at that time and made that prediction. So that's kind of like the overarching goal of the platform, is to spot up and coming talent and prove that backing early on. So that's kind of like that section there for the fame card. So I've said you got your favorite creators. You're able to click this link and it will take you to Spotify. Okay, so it takes you to Michael Bublé's Spotify there, which is great. We'll be adding, I guess, a bit more functionality and features, maybe adding their socials and stuff, just so you have also a bit of a database on your favorite creators that you can go to. So you can just be like, yep, this is my point. I want to catch the latest YouTube or whatever. You can absolutely navigate through here. That's kind of have a link there for you. Creator tokens, as we said, which is that token that you can predict for free for a year. So that'll show up here, your rewards based on competition wins, any badges that you obtain, etc. And I guess your prediction performance based on how you go each month with your predictions and how many points you generate. So we'll talk about points briefly. So effectively, the idea is every month you can get up to 100 points. So if you predict in a given tier within the top 1% of all predictors, then you effectively get your full 100 points. And then it's a scaling tier down depending on where your best prediction landed in that relevant tier for a given month. So the idea is, we're going to have seasons where you have points that you gather. And like I said, this is a free feature with the points. So anyone's able to place their predictions and obtain points and just play for free and just see how they go with their prediction game. So that's going to be one of the key features there, where you accumulate points over the months, and then we could truly see like who's doing well, and the top predictors are obviously going to get customized badges and be able to showcase that in the community. So that's kind of be the key driver there of why we have the prediction performance and point system. And lastly, your profile here. So like if you forget your password and stuff, in the login section, you'll be able to reset that password, no problems there. If you did forget, and obviously your just key public details are in here. So so in a nutshell, this is your key part, which shows your personalization experience in the platform and how your predictions went and how they're going, etc. So now if you, like I said, you can see the rank here, but if you want to see a bit more detail on the competition standings for the month, so you can navigate to the competition tab here, which effectively is the start here. So I'll probably move this down the bottom in the future, which is the previous winners. So you can click there and see, I guess, how people have gone over the previous month. So I had a little bit of testing and stuff in March, and you can see here, this is the idea, right? Like you look at the growth percentages for each different tier and each different platform, and then you're effectively gonna see where the rankings were and who did the best there. So that's gonna all be refined and make sure that each tier has its winners and shares in that prize pool of the Fame Pass sales that have occurred. So that's your monthly winner section there. In terms of your current competition, so you can see here, like we're going to have the rank and the initial followers and the current followers, and we're just implementing the way to display the actual percentage movements and stuff. So we're still working on the visuals for that, but effectively you're going to be looking at your initial and current, and the follower movement throughout that month will be the driver of the competition results. So you can see here, I've had a bit of a play around with just the back end and testing, and there's obviously a lot of different ones that I've popped in there. But you can see like there's just effectively going to be your competition leaderboard there for everything. So here you can see, and see who's actually done really well. Which I guess up and coming stars and artists are showing up here, and you're able to then participate in that competition. So look, that's going to be, I guess, the major features of the platform, and I guess the major way we are going to build this out and have that participation via the competitions and via the Fame card ecosystem. Now, like I said, that the plan is to have that launch come in next month, where we can start and turn on, I guess, the actual features in the live version. So I think that's just a real good summary of everything. We've got our contact page here, where if you want to contact us, send a message, check our FAQ, alternatively leave any feedback. We're all 100% open to that. Like, we're going to be very flexible with the approach, and we'll absolutely be taking in a lot of feedback as this journey continues. Clearly what we're doing here is very revolutionary. It's not something that is out there in the marketplace at the moment, where listening and viewing is great, but we're just adding that another dimension to your engagement with your favorite creators. And that's why, based on our feedback so far, this is a feature that a lot of people want. So we're sort of catering to that mass adoption scenario, and that involves taking on feedback as we go to build this out to be as good as possible. So I've got a Discord link here as well, all the links to the socials as well. So feel free to jump in, have a play around, test the features to get your Fame Pass with the fake card in there, and then use that to make your purchases to generate your cards. And effectively, I'll probably just leave it at there. Any questions or queries following this video, clearly happy to answer in the comments, or alternatively send me an email, share feedback, whatever the case may be. But 100% open to that. Every day now, I'm just continually updating the back end and the visuals for the experience, and looking to really get this ready to go for next month, and just getting that platform set to launch with a bang next month. So thanks everyone for your time and listening, and like I said, any queries or questions, happy to field them, and we'll just leave it at that. So thank you very much, and I'll catch you next time.